Alrighty, welcome back, Bobcat fans, to another Midwest R6 game. Tonight, Montana State looking to move to 5-0 in Midwest Division 2, and they are taking on the University of Wisconsin in Madison. Uh, Wisconsin 1 and 3 coming into tonight. They beat Illinois State in a close game 2-1, and then lost to Lindenwood, and then two teams that Montana State has already beat in UWP and Otterbein. Depending on the result of tonight's game, it is possible that Montana State could have like 90% plus chances at first place in Division 2. If Otterbein loses to Illinois State tonight and Montana State wins this one, they are guaranteed at least a share of first place in Division 2. It could come down to tiebreakers after that, but currently Montana State very strong in those tiebreakers compared to those other teams. So the goal tonight, go 1-0, just win, and then worry about the standings later if you're these Montana State players. But having said that, for us here at home and on the sidelines, easy for us to look and be a little bit excited about the possibility of this team taking a good seed into playoffs. Coming into tonight, we do have what you would maybe think is a little bit of a lopsided matchup with a 4-0 team versus a 1-3 team. Wisconsin is 7th out of 8 teams in Midwest Division 2. But they've been playing without who I think are probably their two best players on a couple different occasions. So they did have a loss where their best player, Milite, was not playing. He was filled in with sub. And then McCaw's, another good player for them, also out for one game, a different game, so that's sub filling in as well. So hard to win, as we've seen. Montana State had to play with a couple subs in one game, and they got by, but probably should have gotten by more convincingly than they did had they had their full squad. So we understand that all too well. The maps tonight will be pretty familiar for most of you Montana State fans, with Wisconsin banning Bank, Montana State banning Skyscraper, Wisconsin banning Consulate, and Montana State banning Cafe. And then Wisconsin picked Chalet, and Montana State choosing to defend first on Chalet. At least that's what it looks like here in front of me. And then Montana State picking Border for our second map. Wisconsin banning the Lair and Montana State banning the Clubhouse after that, which means our decider tonight, should we need it in map 3, will be Night Haven Labs. That is our map order for tonight. Montana State hoping for another 2-0 victory after the last 3 weeks have been 2-0 victories over UWP, Grand Valley State, and Iowa. And then back in round 1, as we remember, they beat Otterbein 2-1. Actually lost the first map in that game as well, so that was a Chalet, and lost that 8-7 to Otterbein. That's the only map they've dropped here in the Midwest R6 season. They've won their last 8 maps in a row, so looking to keep the momentum going is this Montana State team. Looks like we're waiting on one more to join our lobby here, just having some MOS issues. MOS being the required anti-cheat for basically all competitive Rainbow Six. It's basically a virus. I'm just going to be honest with you. If you think Vanguard in Valorant and the Riot stuff is bad, MOS puts it to shame. So we're just waiting on one Wisconsin player having some issues with that MOS, which has been known to happen. We've all been there a couple times, so no worries there. You do have just me casting tonight, as our blue team will be playing later tonight against Idaho in CR6. That game I don't think will be streamed, but they're hoping to take a little regional battle over there. So just me for tonight, as most of my co-casters have come from the blue team. We all know that Dolce has been active with me on these calls, but he's got to go warm up, get ready for that game, so it'll be just me. Looks like we might. No, still got a little longer to go. Let me see if I can pull up our league stat sheet, get you even some extra stats here today. That's what I'll go for. We'll see what more I can pull out for you as we're all waiting for this game to start. Oh, sorry. We gotta do a little playing around because other people. So they have a stat sheet for Midwest that splits everything out, but unfortunately they have one sheet for everyone, and so sometimes to avoid, they have like a match prep tool, but there's a lot of people in there because this is close to default time, so lots of people trying to prep for their games, and that means I need to make a copy of it, but that's okay. We will take things as they come, and it is what it is. So we just wait for this one more player to be in. All right, now I've got a copy of the stat sheet up in front of me. Here we go. Yeah, so far, just some of the top performers, the players to watch for Montana State. Obviously fainted. I think we've seen that every week in the last 4 weeks. He has 139 kills in just 9 maps this season for Montana State. Hard to. You just can't overestimate how impactful that is to have somebody with a 1.8 KD. I mean, some will say he's too good for this level. I won't pass any judgment. I'll let you be the judge on that. But certainly having an incredible season is fainted. Lemney also has missed a game, but still a respectable 77 and 56 on the season. Almost a 1.4 KD has been very valuable. And then Montana State's IGL tonight, Castle Bravo, who hasn't been fragging out probably as much as he would hope, but when you're the IGL of a team that's won 8 maps in a row, you're doing something right. And he is still positive. He's got a 1.06 KD, so that's what matters, right? He's positive, his gun is working, and the team is winning rounds. So that's all you really need to see. For Wisconsin, like we talked about, Milite, in my opinion, probably their best player, definitely that's backed up by the stat sheet. He is 111 and 71 for a 1.56 KD, and that's. I mean, we talk about Fainted being really good. Milite also putting in the work. He had a game, if I remember right from looking through some stuff early in this season. I believe it was against Illinois State. He had a match where he had 57 kills across 3 maps. Absolutely insane. I mean, those are numbers you don't dream of hitting for most players in a comp match. So definitely the one to look out for tonight for Wisconsin. But they have a decent supporting cast as well, probably led by McCaws, who is just a little bit over positive for the season with almost a 1.1 KD. And like I said, they've both missed a game, so looks like they do have their full lineup tonight. And I think with that, we will be ready to go probably any second now. So hopefully. All right, we are going. We have finally got our 5th player in, and it's time. Welcome to Chalet for map 1. do want to apologize in advance. Since I'm solo casting tonight, there will be some moments of dead air. I gotta catch my breath, drink a little water too. You know how it is. That's why we like to have 2 people on the cast, but alas, sometimes we can't always have what we want. So as we go into Chalet here, it will be Montana State on the defense first. They ban Ace, the valuable hard breacher. We see him banned so often. Wisconsin taking off the Cade. And I would guess Wisconsin probably going to take off like Mira. That's what Fainted has predicted, but he's wrong. It's going to be an Azami. So, yeah. Shout out to Fainted getting that one wrong, but it's all good. Azami very valuable as well with those Kiba barricades. And Montana State going to take off the Monty, one of those very valuable shields. And looks like we will be going kitchen dining for the first round. So in your ranked games, that's probably the site you play the least. But in pretty high level comp, it's kind of, they've come around on that. So been a while since we've played Chalet, all the way back in week 1 against Otterbein. Like we've been talking about, the last time that Montana State lost a map was that first Chalet against Otterbein. So it wasn't 8-7 that time, and we saw a similar site rotation then from Montana State, starting with kitchen dining, then playing bar games, which is this nice one over here that you probably play third in your ranked games. And then I think we saw them split between top and bottom floor. I'm a little fuzzy on the exact details. This was about a month ago now, but that was the basic gist of it. So let's check out Denari. We got Fainted here playing the Denari, throwing those trips up all around. As you see, this will start to put little lines between them. And almost looked like Godzilla was thinking about swinging the big window early there, but that's pretty dangerous. They do have Castle Bravo here on the vert. This is a nice, sneaky little angle. And with the upside down rappel, yeah, he's going to hit 1 bullet onto Milite there. Milite playing that Nomad. But for now, that's all, and he's going to move on to other things. See Lemny here with that tub ice all the way out. He's going to freeze again. And with the Flores is coming out, that will probably be... Sounded like that breach got open, so Nomad's still out on the window here, just looking in. You see the holding this tight little pixel angle, gonna fire some bullets, but doesn't catch anybody. As Godzilla's gonna fall back down into the site, takes just a little bit of damage, but nothing too bad. About half health still. And Spirit Fox on this clash, and I wonder if he's about to head back down, as Milite is going to pick off Lemny through those head holes. And Fainted looking for one on the breach. Not sure if he knows that guy has walked in onto half wall here. Also has one here on slant, and he's going to be cut down by Macaws. It's going to be a 5v3 now for Wisconsin. Tiny little bit of penetration damage onto Thermite there from Godzilla's SMG-12, but not much, as Godzilla almost seemed like he wasn't quite sure what he was seeing there. And Spirit Fox on the clash here, just gonna play off his shield. And just 10 seconds left, and the Nitro's gonna come out, but not gonna hit. And the plant just cut down with just a second left in the round, and that's going to do it. The warden glasses from Godzilla, able to see through all that smoke, see through the flash, cut down the planter while Bravo is making noise out in the lobby, and it's 1-0 on a round that really Montana State should not have won. But you take those. That's a good way to start the game if you're Montana State, and it's going to make it 1-0 here. And boy, is that a momentum killer. You get a 5v3, you're getting the plant down, it's smoked off, and then all of a sudden, oops, there's a warden, guys, we forgot. And you lose your round. It's a killer if you're Wisconsin. It's great for building a little bit of character early round, a little momentum late round if you are Montana State. And it will be off to bar games we go now for this second round.
Bomb located by attackers.
See all this mezzanine defense coming out, just trying to hold this top floor is Montana State. Castle barricades coming out as well. Frost mats, Fenrir traps, lots of little trap ops here for Montana State.
F not primed.
So you are going to lose just a little bit of stream quality here for just a second. As, Fainted cut down. But Milite also was cut down early in that round, so not too bad yet. Sorry, we've had a quick technical realization here that we need to fix something for stream rules. That's why it looks like this for a second. Sincerest apologies. It will get better. Probably even in this round. Alright, there we go. We are back. Still a 4v4 here. And it looks like right now, lots of these Montana State defenders just still hanging around in their positions on second floor, not cleared yet by these Wisconsin attackers. And now the drones will start to come out, but with just a minute left in the round, Montana State has the option to fall off here, and looks like Bravo will do just that. And it looks like Godzilla's going to do the same. Lemny will maintain position here on the top of the blue stairs. And Godzilla gonna go down to basement, maybe. Might be looking for a little flank, or maybe just cut off any possible rotations. They're not sure where those might be coming from as of yet. And let's see what that Twitch drone is finding here. It is finding somebody in the site. So here's Wisconsin just maybe getting ready to play the hatch here, but it is smoked off. And that smoke is pretty much going to kill a round off. This Wisconsin attacker will have no choice but to hop in, but he's cut down by Spirit. And another cut down from Spirit's smoke. And Spirit getting the cause that's peeking pantry. So it's going to be a 3K round for Spirit Fox. And Montana State with 2-0 lead early on. Looking like basement will be the tertiary site of choice here for Montana State.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
And I wouldn't be surprised if we see them play this top floor site up here at some point, but for now the site rotation gonna go through the basement. Probably a little bit more the standard. You don't see a lot of teams these days that don't play basement, but occasionally, you know, sometimes you gotta mix it up too. So would not be shocked if we see a full second site rotation as well for Montana State if it didn't finish with top floor instead. Take a look through all the various setups that are happening here.
Loading the mag.
Little 4-pop shotgun for Denari.
Reloading.
See that Denari trip there? That won't strictly block them from vaulting in the window, but instead it'll slow them down once they're in. Kind of more valuable if you are. Oof. That tub was almost late, but it does stop that thermite charge here. You can see here, just freezing off that charge and should expire any minute here. Some gunfire coming out, but no damage as of yet.
Attackers have located a bomb.
And it looks like Spirit Fox must have thrown that third charge, but there goes the breach. As Fainted just up on the first floor here, Lemny in support, but it's Godzilla on top floor finding the first pick. Looks like they might have known that he was going to drop down here. There is one outside holding a cut on him. He's going to try to sprint through, but it's never going to work as Twitch cutting him down. A good shot by Makaz. And Milite cutting down Fainted upstairs. Lemny going to need to trade that back, but not able to find it yet. And still with 7 more of those DMR rounds. He's going to swing again, but Milite going to cut him down as well. That's going to make it a 4v2 for Wisconsin, although Milite on this Ram, very low HP.
Swapping mags.
See the Ram charges going off above here, looking for that vert. And there is one just parked on this boiler wall out here, almost directly to Castle Bravo's right. And yeah, gets the kill. Bravo not aware that he was there. Spirit Fox gonna find the first one back. And they know he's cooped up in this blue position here. But he finds another. And all of a sudden it's a 2v1. And I do think Spirit Fox saw that player in boat there late, but doesn't know that Defuse has gone down behind him, I don't think. And Milite probably going to cut him down from behind here. Hasn't yet. Surprised not to see that cut down, but Spirit Fox not sure where these attackers are. Finds the vert kill. And he's going to try to just stick it. Ooh, and the time was close, but unfortunately Milite cuts him down. About half a second to a second away from sticking that defuse. Probably didn't have a better option there with that flash going off. It is what it is, and a thorough attack almost thwarted entirely by Spirit Fox, but not to be. And it'll be 2-1 for Montana State as they lose that tertiary site. And the clash ban. So we've only seen one clash from Montana State. It was on that first round, but that first round was effectively lost to time, and so maybe that's the reason for that ban. For Montana State, they're going to take off the Thermite, another one of those valuable hard breachers. pretty much leaving it in the hands of Habana and can openers for the rest of this map.
Attackers need to locate
I guess
and
Maverick
defuse as many
exists
bombs
too,
as they
but
can.
who's Mav tricking these days, really? Let's be serious. That's a joke. Lots of people, but...
Reloading! Cover me!
So it is back to the kitchen, and a bandit being brought this time by Lemny. With a tub as well.
Wall's done.
And looks like that tub's going to be upstairs, just delaying the breach on these walls upstairs, make it a little bit tougher to come grind these defenders out of that position.
Swapping bags!
And it does look like we're going to have a player on big window early. No, I guess he just shot it open. Never mind. Air jabbing off his runouts is Milite here with the Nomad.
I'm reloading!
My air jab is deployed.
And looks like now he will be headed over to that big window. So Spirit Fox down below here would have the opportunity through the vert on him. Nitro going off from Castle Bravo is going to do about half of Blitz's health. Castle Bravo going to have to be careful not to be pinched out here with the Grim and the Blitz. And Lemny going to find the first as Milite ticked down fainted, but Lemny trades it out immediately, actually, I should say. And now this Blitz kind of stuck outside between Lemny and Godzilla, as well as Castle Bravo. There's lots of eyeballs pointed at this bathroom window all of a sudden, as the Grimby's coming out again. And Blitz all of a sudden in and is going to take down Godzilla. And Wisconsin going to flood in behind it here. It looks like these Montana State defenders just opting to fall off instead. So you see Bravo dropping there, Lemny down as well, and Spirit has been down here the whole time. And, ooh, a TK onto the Blitz. I'm not sure what caused that there, but very unfortunate for Wisconsin. As Bravo just looking to retake up a little bit here. And he does have just a sneaky little hold here in the kill box from Library. And Spirit Fox probably knows one's about to be down his solar here.
Swapping megs.
And makes it through. And Lemny finding, well, he didn't find the kill I thought he did. I thought he found one through the vert. Spirit Fox is going to be cut down, and it's just Bravo and Lemny left in this 2v2. But Lemny with these powerful head holes, and Bravo upstairs. Wisconsin with the not going to find Bravo as he hits the little fadeaway shot, and it's going to be a 2v1 for Exla. Exia? I'm sorry if I'm calling you one of those and it's wrong, buddy. And he's going to have no choice but to drop the hatch. And no time. And it's going to be 3-1 for Montana State here on these Chalet defenses.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Deploying welcome mat. Jammer ready to activate.
Back to bar games here, just right back through the site rotation
Attackers
for
have discovered
Montana
the
State.
location of a bomb.
Activating jammer.
Does look like it's going to be a little bit of a different hold as an Ella and a Wamai and a Mute all coming out. Operators that were not brought on the last bar games hold by Montana State. I don't know if they brought the Warden either, now that I'm thinking about it.
Jammer ready. Fortified.
Maybe Bravo was on the Warden, but if not, I don't think anyone was. So
10
a little bit
seconds
of a
remaining.
different hold here, but also looks like a little bit of a different attack for
5 seconds left
Wisconsin
before
with the
insertion.
Hib, the Thatcher coming out, and an Ash and a Capitao
Attackers
as
are
well.
heading out to defuse a bomb.
Ready for company.
Martin, we'll watch your back. Initiate jammer. Deploying mobile camera.
And just the slow start to these Rainbow Six rounds. You're probably getting used to that by now if you've been watching these, but it takes about 30 seconds for any real action to happen as we see the first drones coming out. And Godzilla kind of misdroned there, to be honest, but chooses to shoot it off, as that probably would have come around anyway. And a couple of flashes going to be eaten by these nade-catching Wamai magnets, but that one will land. But he has Spirit below holding the big window, so it's just the sandwich window that he has to worry about. But he will be Capitao bolted off now, and he's going to have to fall down, but does so well with about half of his life remaining.
Loading new mag.
And Capitao was downed outside as well. Not sure by what, but unfortunate for Caps. He's going to be about 20 health as we see Mango cutting down Fainted there.
Magnets ready.
Let them come.
Fainted not off to his usual start, starting just 1 and 5 here, but Montana State winning rounds all the same. As Bravo going to rotate around, but all of a sudden there's one at main door, and he's just going to have to spin around. Looks like the frost mat was what had downed Milite on that Capitao, so that does make some sense. As Bravo going to come back up to the top floor here, maybe looking for a flank. Will it be on? That is the question.
I will watch
As
your
one
back.
just hopped into Piano, and if he goes now, he'd probably have a pick. But no way for him to know that just yet.
Swapping mags.
Just waiting, trying to let Wisconsin get a little more into their true execute setup here. And that silenced pistol to shoot off the drones. And unfortunately for Bravo, if he doesn't go soon, it's going to be too late. And Godzilla finding a nice pick on Milite, finishing off what the Frostmats did earlier. And now Bravo going to be coming in on that flank. A Spirit was cut down in the site. Defuse going down, but Planter cut down. And now 2 in the site cut down. And Bravo on this late flank, gonna have it all to do here. And cut down immediately, just really left that flank much too late and led to a 4v2 in sight. Wisconsin capitalized well to make it 3-2. So it is back to the basement for this last round for Montana State. And
Attackers need
looks
to locate
like
and defuse as many
it'll
bombs
be
as they
another
can.
kind of different hold here with Fainted upstairs on the Scopos, I would guess. Usually when you bring that Scopos, it goes upstairs, and then you put the little shield down in blue. Wonder if we can just showcase that blue shield, but everybody's running upstairs, so a little bit difficult as of yet, but we can free cam here. There we go. We'll just go through a few walls. You do this. Scopos able to pop back to this little shield here anytime, but the shield also acts as a bulletproof camera until that happens, and so very valuable
5 seconds left.
for somebody trying to play on blue here.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a
But
bomb.
that means that he will be upstairs, it looks like, on this Scopos.
Magnet.
And a little bit of a bunkered hold from the rest of Montana State here. Looks like 4 players down. And just Fainted on the Scopos upstairs. And Bravo taking a lot of damage. Not sure, must have been from the Mav, as it does look like the Mav trick gonna go off here without a hitch. And Bravo now working his way up on this low health to try to come maybe support Fainted, maybe just hold main door here from a little bit of a different angle. As Godzilla just maybe thinking about swinging this breach here, but hasn't done so yet.
Reloading.
Almost feels like Wisconsin is just waiting for somebody to swing this breach, just trying to get the value. And a whole lot of Grimbees caught by those magnets. Bravo's now back down, and Spirit Fox is going to be the first one cut down as Milite with a quick 2, as he's just run into the site, but he is cut down by Lemny. Lemny going to walk through that smoke, and Fainted with a big opportunity to come down here. And does find the Capitao, and that is defused down. But 2 of these Montana State operators very low health, but Fainted gonna find another, and it's a 1v3 now for Wisconsin.
Freeze in effect.
And Ash just gonna step outside the breach and cut down by Fainted through the vert as they try to come back in. Well played by Fainted. A little 3K after a rough start. Gets his match back on track. Alright, so bans coming out here for the side swap. Ace coming off again, that's done by Wisconsin. And Thermite, so double hard breach ban for Wisconsin. And looks like Montana State taking off the Mira and the Cade. So 1 zap and those valuable Mira windows that actually, now that I'm thinking about it, weren't banned by Wisconsin, but we didn't really see any brought anyway by Montana State. So it's a little bit rare, but sometimes there's people do different things.
Set. Bench is ready. New camera feed up and running.
So it will be kitchen first for Wisconsin as well. So again, probably not like your ranked games, but
Attackers have located a bomb.
definitely the case that here in Division 2, we've seen this a lot. Teams playing both first floor sites. That's the comp way now, whether we like it or not.
Camera feed up and running.
Early signs, it looks really, despite the 4-2 half for Montana State, the scoreboard pretty even, really. I mean, Wisconsin finding pretty much as many kills as Montana State did. If we do some quick maths here, it looks like, 21 kills for Wisconsin and actually 21 for Montana State as well. So a little unlucky maybe not to see some of those rounds go their way, but 4-2 on their defense half is Montana State. So now just looking for that 3-3 here on the attack half, as it looks like Bravo on the Blackbeard early. And the nade gonna take off those bandit batteries, so will be very easy for Godzilla to just open up this breach. And it will probably be up to Bravo here on the Blackbeard to get active. Gonna burn one of those smokes out early. Very valuable. And just a few bullets from that smoke SMG-11 as the nade flies in and does do quite a bit of damage, actually, it looks like. 2 Mango on the smoke. As Feynid's Claymore gonna take down Milite. Went for the run out, but he will be downed. Ooh, but the down is traded by Bravo. And lots of action as it looks like a run out. And Bravo, the last one, at least currently standing here for Montana State. He is going to go for the res. I think yeah, Feynid should be able to fall off here. Yeah, just in time. And that will mean he's able to be rezzed. So 50 seconds to turn this into something. McCaw's on the Valk, very low for Wisconsin, but fainted on the Grim, very low for Montana State. He's going to go all the way down to the basement, it looks like. Maybe try to play bottom up after that vert clear didn't go so well for Montana State. And a couple of players just sitting in the site now for Wisconsin, as you'd expect, late in the round here. And Bravo looks like just waiting for Feynid to be around and ready in position. Wow, what a fire from Feynid, and that'll be Bravo into the building. But Feynid cut down, and unfortunately Bravo as well. A couple nice shots from Recon Ryan for Wisconsin, and that's going to make it 4-3 for Montana State. And looks like it will be bar gaming here for Wisconsin. So, we got another. I forget which. It was a couple games ago now. We had somebody with the little player card with the Wolves logo on it. Reminder: Wolves, because of the messed up EU system, managed to make playoffs in Stage 2 and still be relegated from the league. So, you figure out how Pro League works. Who knows, man? But that's the way that it's been. So, nothing much to be done about it. But, yeah, so 4-3 here for Montana State as they go into this bar gaming attack. Drones just coming out early here for, well, actually a couple of them have been shot already, but... Yeah, Montana State with just the 2 drones available here after that prep phase, but losing a little bit of intel, but that is alright. There's more important things than intel, namely kills. As it'll be Bravo on the Blackbeard again, and it looks like they might try to go horizontal here. Feynid will be upstairs, but some early horizontal pressure from Godzilla and Bravo. And they are going to just rotate back up, take this vert early. It looks like maybe some calls that there wasn't too much around. But the important vert will be this bar, this mez area. You see those blue outlines.
All set to blow it up. Knock, knock.
And Bravo here on the Blackbeard looks like he did just a tiny bit of damage to that Warden. So you see Feynid getting the Flores drones in. Nade gonna go towards the blue stairs, but might have been caught by one of those Jaeger ADSs. And that might blow those up. Should also... It didn't get the deployable shield, which I'm very confused by. But now that shield will go, so... Looks like Wisconsin choosing to fall off a little bit here.
I'm changing mags.
Activating drone.
And Mango taking some damage from Spirit Fox, who is going to make the kill stick, so takes no damage for it, even though he had to empty almost the full clip. And And about a minute left in the round here for Montana State. And here comes Castle Bravo with the Blackbeard. Didn't realize there was one in library behind him, but able to cut down the Azami all the same as Godzilla taken down by Jaeger. And a 4v3 situation here for Montana State. But Bravo on the Blackbeard, very low HP now.
Breach charge deployed.
It looks like Fainted thinking about swinging this pantry player from the hatch, but as Lemny gonna cut down Macaws on the backside, and it's a 4v2 now, but very low time. And well done by Montana State. Sorry that the commentary was lacking for it, but it was hard to tell exactly what was happening as Mute got one, then was traded out while there's a plant going down, and there's a shield holding a cut angle, so all to happen there. But it's 5-3 for Montana State after a very thorough attack using just about every single second that they're allotted, but they got the job done, and it will be 5-3. Wisconsin, it looks like, going to repeat that site as well with a pretty similar hold. In fact, I think that might have been the same
Attackers need
5.
to locate and defuse bombs.
So remains to be seen
Attackers have located a
if
bomb.
they have a little tweak despite the operators being the same, or exactly what they'll bring. But it does look as well like Montana State bringing a very similar attack. So would expect... Are we losing the lobby here? Yes, we are. All right. Well, not a whole lot we can do about that, unfortunately. Hard to tell if everybody lost it or if... Hard to tell, but we will take a little break while we get that solved, and hopefully it wasn't just us that dropped, and we'll be back in just a second, hopefully. All right. So I did want to just pop here real quick to let you guys know that Montana State did win Map 1 on Chalet 7-5. At least that's what was reported to me. So better not be wrong now. If it is, blame Bravo. He reported that to me, that we did take Map 1 7-5. Map 2 should be Border. We're just waiting on the lobby to fill back up. Uh, Hearing maybe we had a little bit of a issue, maybe might be actually playing club, not border, due to a misclicked ban. Trying to get this figured out here. Sorry, I'm watching this all happen, but the screen's not very exciting for you guys. It'll just be sitting here in the lobby. Yeah, trying to figure out exactly what happened here now, but whatever map 2 is, we'll be starting it in just a second. Just need to figure out exactly what that is. Okay, it does look like we're apparently going to be Clubhouse for map 2, so that'll be a little bit interesting, but yeah. All right, well, here we go. And looks like we will be... Well, they said we were going to start the lobby. Dun 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 dun. Any second now. All right, now we're going into map 2 on what we thought was going to be Border, but instead will be Clubhouse. Nothing you can do. Well, actually there is. You can click the right band, but unfortunately not really something we can fix now, so is what it is. This will be, I think, the first time that Montana State is playing club in this Midwest season, so... But I think maybe also the first time for Wisconsin. See if I can pull that up and check that really quick before we're all the way into this second map here. Yeah, it is. First time on Clubhouse for both of these teams, so who knows what we're getting here. And it will be Wisconsin defending first. And playing that gym bed site.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
pretty much
bomb.
always the primary site these days at the comp level, and I think it's even leaked into ranked now that this is just kind of the way you play it. You basically play gym bed, then play basement, then play cache CC. It's kind of just the way it is. But yeah, it looks like double hard breach gonna be the plan for Montana State if they keep these operators on board with the MAV, or not the MAV. The MAV is banned, as is the Blackbeard, but
10 seconds left.
Thermite Ace both on the board for Montana State, so lots of
5
hard
seconds
breaching
to
to be
go.
done on Clubhouse, and it does look like they'll bring the utility to do that.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Changing mags!
A really big fucking hole. Right up.
And here comes Fainted with the early Thermite breach on the CC. And Consingle is soft. You don't see that very often, but and the panel going up late. Really strange, but suppose it works, and Fainted says, don't worry, I can open that.
Rateros con silent.
And see the Flores drone aiming to get off the bandit batteries here. But looks like it got shot off again, so. Ooh, Lemny almost with a pick. Not able to make it stick, and Bravo gonna do a lot of damage to that Jaeger of Mango, but not able to make it stick just yet, as Milite gonna cut down Fainted. And now Lemny cut down as well, so Bravo gonna get one back down in the first floor. And that is going to get Montana State these cams, which should be helpful for them here. And finally the Flores drone going to connect, and that'll let these ace canisters open up the breach now. And, oh, I thought that Bravo and Milite had traded, but actually it was Spirit Fox cutting him down from the backside, and now just a 2v3. And Spirit Fox, not a lot left that he can do, and he's cut down, and it's going to be Wisconsin taking the first round for a 1-0 lead. So not a super smooth attack there for Montana State in round one, but like we said, you know, it's not a map that either of these two teams have played here so far in the Midwest season. Generally, when you get maps that teams don't like to play as much, they trend a little bit defender-sided. So you would hope, if you're Wisconsin, on a defender-sided map, just objectively speaking as well, like Clubhouse, that you're winning your primary site. So nothing too concerning yet for Montana State. As we go down into the basement. Pulse and Valve too, so probably going to see some nitro action here with those explosive C4s, but and Captain Trap's coming out here as well, so
Let them come. Device primed. Keep an eye on door.
curious to see where this last one will go if we get the chance to see it. Onto the garage. And almost paid for it with his life, but able to sneak his way out as Lemny and Castle Bravo so close to having the pinch on him there, but just a second too late.
Reloading. Cover me.
And Fainted gonna hit one shot onto Capkin, but not able to finish him off just yet. He's got another drone here. Not gonna find that player anywhere. He is long gone, is that Capkin, so. Oh, and Spirit Fox caught by that Capkin trap. Exploded the fire pipe that was next to it, unfortunately. So it will be a 4v5. And Fainted cut down now by Milite, and now it's a 3v5 for Montana State. And that's going to be the pulse down. Cut down by Lemny. As he had his heartbeat scanner out. Not able to shoot back. And Bravo looking for some vertical play, not able to find it. Actually, it does look like maybe he downed the Capkin, but unfortunately Milite's going to trade out that down. And Godzilla going to confirm the down. But out come those smoke canisters, and that's going to force these two Montana State attackers probably back up just to wait around. Oh, and unfortunate for Godzilla as he's cut down by Milite up top through the hatch. And that's going to unfortunately leave Lemny in a 1v3. Does find the smoke. And another. Does he see the last one on the bomb chassis? Yes, he does! Valk didn't see him! Not sure why, but Lemny with a little 3K in the last 20 seconds of the round. And it's going to be 1-1. Another round. There's been a couple in this match that you really don't understand how Montana State's winning them, but we take those. And so it does look like Wisconsin going to go back to the basement.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
And looks like it'll be pretty similar hold, except that we're getting a mute rather than a Valk here. So still the pulse. A frost. You don't see a lot of frost brought on Clubhouse Basement, but I'm sure they have something planned with that. It actually is a little bit of a different hold because we don't have that Capkin this time either. They opted instead for a castle, so we'll be a little bit different here. And Montana State just breaking out. Really would like this second round win before going into the mid-half bans if they could get it, but Wisconsin would probably want the same. So pretty crucial round here, you think, for momentum going into those bans. And Fainted here, just gonna sit, look through this chain fence, maybe see if what he can find. Sees the castle on his drone. And finds the kill on the Milite on that Azami, and that's going to be a huge entry pick for Montana State, bringing this to a 5v4, and he still has quite a bit of his HP left. Wisconsin now losing their best player early in the round here. How will they respond? all this buck soft breach going off, but
Drone ready.
Action time!
Deployed.
the drone will go through into bar, just looking for this castle, but castle's long gone. He's fallen down to church, so not going to be found here up in the bar or anywhere on this first floor. As fainted, getting those ram drones out, starting to open up all of that crucial vert.
Changing mag.
And Godzilla, despite all that vertical coverage, gonna get this hatch open and get himself out of the building. So 45 seconds to go, but a little bit of an advantage here for Montana State, as it looks like a little bit of damage traded all around between Pulse and Zoe and Ying, but
Making a hole.
and it's gonna be a late push from Dirt here, it looks like, for Bravo, and he has a lot of space here actually.
Kawan deployed.
He's probably going to try to time this up with the Ying Candela, which you hear going off right there. It's actually going to blind him a little bit, and that meant he didn't see that smoke back there. Or the mute, I should say. But finds him now, and the plant is down, as Bravo's just going to walk into the site. Lots of crazy stuff happening on the other side, and Pulse is in a 1v3 all of a sudden. And not able to find that kill as Lemny with a nice little flick to shut him down. Wow. That's a really nice shot. Nothing you can do. Lemny absolutely popping off here early in this clubhouse. And 2 attacks. I mean, really, you would think Clubhouse a pretty defender-sided map these days, at least in the collegiate levels, and so a 2-4 half on attack, you're not that upset with that, especially if you're Montana State and this isn't a map you play super often. So to be up 2-1 already, you can't ask for much better than that. So if they can grab 1 or 2 more, that sets them up really, really nicely to go into this second half. But gotta find out.
Attackers
So
need to locate and defuse
to
bombs.
start working that direction, it's going to be Gym Bedroom again. We did see Wisconsin with a very clean, thorough hold of this site in round 1, but maybe lost a little bit of momentum since then after having a couple close rounds that they've kind of thrown. One close round that they threw away, and then that one which Montana
Attackers
State
have discovered the
had the
location of a bomb.
advantage and made it stick, but still plenty to play for here if you're either team.
Mags.
Deploying ADS. Shields up.
Looks like there will be lots of util dedicated towards Cache CC here, even though that's not the bomb site.
Reinforcements in place.
See these ADSs, the deployable shield. Looks like a zombie will be over there as well. Well, maybe not. Warden certainly will. Interesting, I mean, we saw that Ying have a lot of impact early on for Montana State, so banned off by Wisconsin now. Interesting to see what the adjustment will be, as it was Godzilla playing that Ying in the last round. He's back onto the ace now for a more full hard breach, but seems like he would be able to get this wall pretty early. Oh, there is a mute jammer, so will be a little bit more difficult. And Lemny kind of on his own on this backside, but Bravo cut down by Milite. I'm really not 100% sure where that was from, but thought Bravo was still outside the building, so might have been out this gym window that you see here. And Lemny gonna have a zombie there, knows about it, but not able to find the kill just yet. No damage traded either way. And it's going to be Fainted, finding one down below onto McCaw's. It did look like they got that main jacuzzi breach, so...
Move out! Fact!
And a whole lot of smoke being dedicated that direction from Montana State here. Or smoke and flames, I should say. And Spirit Fox not able to make anything stick, but Fainted finds another. Spirit is downed. Could be revivable here for Lemny. As Fainted trying to get into the site, not able to make the kill stick, and Godzilla cut down by Recon Ryan as well, and it's going to be a 2v3 now for Montana State. Not a lot of time left, just about 30 seconds. And Spirit Fox taken down by the castle as well, but Lemny able to trade it out. Lemny gonna have to go here. Oh, thought he found Warden, but it didn't stick. And that's gonna allow the Azami to come around and clean Lemny up for a 2-2 scoreline. Yeah, just unfortunate there for Lemny. Thought he had the Warden. I thought he had the Warden as well, to be honest. And as he flicked away to where he was pretty sure the Azami was coming from, he was actually right about that, but then realized the Warden wasn't dead as he saw the movement, and unfortunately just not able to quite clutch that out, but we'll forgive him. He's 7-2. It's not like he's having a bad game. So 2-2 here, but Wisconsin only having won that gym bed site twice, losing the 2 rounds in basement. That's going to bring us now to Cache CC. Probably, for most teams these days, the tertiary site, but still a very good one. Back in the days of util meta, for those of you that remember that, this was kind of the primary site, so definitely not a bad site, just fallen a little bit out of favor these days. And Bravo on the Monty here, so will be interesting to see. Looks like they're probably going to go for that Monty Rafters take. Many of you have probably seen before. Main breach is going to go here from Godzilla.
We can push forward.
You see everybody prepped around this Azami. And that's unfortunate, as there was no coverage, and Monty just taken down by Milite as he unshielded to press that barbed. And just a punch hole here for Fainted, but not able to make the kill stick as Godzilla's taken down upstairs. Fainted does have this player trapped in oil pit, but hard to tell if there's much he can do about it. Now he's going to go for the Capitao Flames. And will those hit? Not looking like it. And now he's cut down from up above, and it's a 5v2. A little bit of a lull here as Montana State just trying to figure out exactly what they want to do with this numbers down situation. Just setting up a little flank drone there is Lemny. Will have a rotate here to play through. Gonna get himself through. Thinks he hears one on the flank. He's right, and it's cut down by Spirit. Well cut out, but still, unfortunately, a 2v4 with just 30 seconds left. And does have the can opener to grab this single wall as well. As B's coming out from Spirit Fox on the Grim, but not a lot of time left. And unfortunately will be cut down by Wisconsin. It's going to be 3-2 for Wisconsin. So kind of a back and forth game right now with the first round going Wisconsin's way, then 2 rounds going Montana State's way, then 2 rounds going Wisconsin's way again. So if Montana State can just right the ship here a little bit, take a 3-3, they're back down on this basement site that they've won twice now, right? So hopefully able to make that attack stick again, get that 3-3 half, and then take that. Honestly, a 3-3 half is probably a little bit of an advantage going into their defenses where you would think they'd be a little bit more comfortable here on Clubhouse, which has always been a little bit defender-sided. So that is the goal for Montana State. Just one more round to make it happen.
10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds to insertion. Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Superior technology will prevail. Razor wire ready. Anybody need a shave?
It looks like Valk will be all the way upstairs here. Finds a drone though, so might be some info for Montana State when they figure out that that drone's been shot. And looks like Milite on the Azami also going to come all the way up here, so will be a couple of the Montana State attackers coming in upstairs looking for these two. Just taking all of this space behind Lemney here.
Loading new mag.
And that'll let them know that Valk is definitely here. I think they were just waiting for the drone of Godzilla there out in front of them. And that'll be the entry pick for Castle Bravo with the ace onto Recon Ryan, who was playing that Valk and just wasn't really aware. But unfortunately, Milite gonna come back, take Lemney, but Bravo trades that kill out well, and it's a 4v3 early in the round here for Montana State. Bravo a little bit low on HP, but with Wisconsin only having 3 players up, that's okay. They have the man advantage now, does Montana State. So still tons of time in this round. We don't see a lot of rounds fall to 4v3 that early, but that'll allow Montana State to just open up this vert, get things moving quickly. Lots of hard breach coming out with that Ace Habana combo here for Montana State. There's the first smoke canister. At least I think it's the first. It is. And just 30 seconds left to go here. And the question now becomes for Montana State, what avenue do you want to take down? Grimbees are coming out. Flashbang going to be thrown by Fainted here. Double flash that should catch the castle, and it certainly did. And Fainted going to find another. Knows where the last is from the Grimbees and finds it with the pistol. And a little 3K for Fainted in the last 10 seconds of the round to make it a 3-3 half. and probably give Montana State that little advantage we talked about going into this second half. Huge play from Fainted there. And now just waiting on the bans here for this side swap. It'll be Thermite and Cade coming out first. So Thermite left on the board the whole time by Wisconsin, but the first ban of Montana State, probably part due to that Blackbeard ban. You know, we saw Bravo on Chalet bring a fair bit of the Blackbeard, so Wisconsin not having a great time dealing with that, choosing to take it off, and it's going to be a double hard breach ban for Montana State. The Thermite and the Ace coming off, Wisconsin choosing to take off Cade and Azami. And it looks like Montana State also going to start basement, so switching up that site rotation we talked about a little bit. Going to go basement first, it looks like. Would still have to imagine they're probably playing Gym Bed before Cash CC, but
Attackers
we'll
need to
wait and
locate
see
and
on that
defuse bombs.
after these basement rounds. And looks like there will be a Scopos out again, so second time today that we've seen the Scopos brought out. We did see it once on Chalet. A little bit of drone hunting happening there from the Scopos as well, so.
Swapping mags.
Found two and watched another go outside. I mean, that's, you can't ask for a lot more than that. As reinforcements going up everywhere. And it will be the Vigil upstairs here as well in the first floor, so. Just gonna hide himself with that little cloaking ability. Drones won't see him here in the early part of the round, as you see the prox alarms coming out from Castle as well. And it looks like Bravo's gonna have quite a bit of pressure there. He's actually just going to run away from it. Says, you know what? They're coming strip. I don't really want to be here anymore. And he's going to fall back to the main stairs and just play from there. Will be notified there, as you see on his screen, that he's lost his second shell. So no shield, no bulletproof left. No switching back and forth between things for him. As it looks like Castle going to be targeted by Deimos here from kind of the opposite side of the map. So shouldn't be in too much danger. Is the Dokkaebi call going off? And Bravo just going to use that. Shuts that off, and he's going to fall back downstairs now. But not all the way downstairs, because one is down Moto. They didn't know. And Lemny able to trade one back, but is now taken out himself. Spirit Fox finding one. Finding the one in Moto with his Mossberg. And all three defenders back into sight now. None of the three attackers in sight. So Milite with that sneaky play down below was able to get one pick, but then finally was taken off the board. So 3v3 and two of these Wisconsin attackers relatively low on HP. Well, one low and one mildly damaged, perhaps we should say, but you can see kind of just waiting here for the next wave as the drones come out. And Godzilla's back upstairs. Does he know that that one's on a drone? He might have, and he's going to get the pick. Actually, Gridlock got off that drone, but didn't matter. Godzilla able to make the kill stick. And just 40 seconds here in a 2v3 now for Wisconsin with those two damaged operators. And the Insight Vigil, which you don't see very often, but might be effective here against this Dokkaebi. And it certainly was a great shot by Fainted, leaving just Recon Ryan. He's going to come down main as well. He is going to find Fainted on the Vigil, but just 10 seconds left in this 1v2 and not much he can do. And he's going to start planting. And Godzilla knows where that is. and he'll cut it down, and it's going to be 4-3 Montana State as they win their first defense. So really good there from Montana State, just getting themselves up, right? Getting that little bit of early momentum in this defensive half. Now they got to go up to Gym Bedroom, which still a very good site, right? So nobody really plays the fourth site on Clubhouse. We don't really talk about Bar Stage, but the other three sites, all very
Attackers
good
need to
sites,
locate
very
and defuse
playable.
as many bombs as they can.
And you've kind of seen that here. That's unfortunate. That is extremely unfortunate. So even though there's no friendly fire in the prep phase, if you blow up that fire pipe that sits in here, Lemny actually is looking very near where that pipe normally sits. I don't know why we can't turn our camera, but it sits basically right here on the right side of your screen in that wall, and Bravo blew it up. Spirit Fox was standing right in front of it, and now Spirit Fox will be a cameraman for this entire round.
The wire.
Just little unforced errors like that can make so much difference in a game, so starting around 4v5 in a competitive match, definitely not what you want. See how they adapt here. With the clash on the board as well, so you kind of only have 3 guns up. Could be very difficult here for Montana State. And you hear the Mav torch going off on that jacuzzi breach. And that is going to rip that panel off, so will be openable by any soft breach. And it looks like Bravo probably about to turn and stare at this breach. Choosing not to as right now, but yeah, there he will. And might just have to set up the clash shield and play off of it here, honestly, but for now it's just the Ash out on that balcony. Gonna open up this bathroom wall as well. Fainted taking just a tiny bit of damage here. Castle making it sound like the end of the universe. That's kind of his thing. And they know one's in bathroom. One is going to have to come back and deal with this. But unfortunately cut down, and now Bravo going to be the one to have to swing off of his own shield. And does find pick, but traded out. Godzilla finding one now. And it's a 3v2. Wisconsin did recover that diffuser. Milite on the Ash, very low on HP. And that's going to cut down Mav. So now it's a 2v2. And some more damage coming out from Godzilla. And Mango cut down. And now a 1v1. Fainted has a little more HP, but has to wait and see where this Ash is going to play. He's going to kill some time for now. Ash has to go pick up diffuser. Does that. And will be forced to plant here soon. That's the start. That's where the plant is going down. And wow, the last bullet out of Fainted's gun there. Managing to get the kill. I'm a little bit surprised that that worked, but it did, and it's 5-3 Montana State. Fainted never one to be shy in the all chat. And it looks like we're going to be going to Cache CC. Our first sign, maybe? Yes, it will be locked. Tachanka coming out. The Siege players know. The Siege players know how important that is. Nothing else needs to be said about that. And let's take a look at, yeah, you just shred open walls with your gun. It's a great time. So 5-3 here for Montana State. You'd have to think, if this is a round you win, you feel really safe, right? Like, that would be almost perfect for what you want. As Spirit struggling a little bit with the drone, but does look like that drone will be found now by his teammate on the Scopos, so no worries there. But what I was going to say is, if you win this round, you're feeling really safe. 6-3 right now, you force your opponents to play mistake-free Siege for 3 rounds and then beat you in 2 out of 3. So I think that's very difficult for any team, but also for Wisconsin here if Montana State can get this to 6-3, but certainly not a foregone conclusion here on this Cache CC bomb site.
Interference detected. I'm being compromised.
And looks like, yeah, something was a little bit weird there, but he's going to pop back in off rafters. Just leave that shield up there. And unfortunately pops back into it with Milite just staring at him. And he's going to be cut down. So it's a 5v4 here for Wisconsin. Godzilla going to be droned out on this castle. He's going to have a tough time here. Somehow finds his way out. He's going to have to probably swing himself into this, but does so effectively, and he's out to the basement. But unfortunately, it's going to be Mango cutting down Spirit, trying to assist from Red Stairs. And now it's a 3v5 for these Montana State defenders. Fainted in that Maverick, almost running into each other there. Had a little bit of a close call, but... Godzilla coming back up, and he's thinking about going for this hop out back here. And they go for it, but unfortunately, a little bit too late. The attackers were gone, and that's going to still leave us in a 3v5. But Lemny finding one, now traded out. And Nitro almost going towards default plant, but not able to find anybody. And goodness gracious, the knife kill to finish it off for Milite. And yeah, nothing much you can do there. And it's going to be 5-4 Montana State. So not able to get that 6-3 lead that would have been so helpful, but that's all right. You don't need it. You can still win from here. You still have the advantage. Just need 1 round out of the next 3 to at least force overtime. So a good position as we see the Maverick ban coming out and the Mira ban from Wisconsin. So only hard breacher, or the only primary hard breacher, I should say, that's left is Habana. Would expect to see that brought by Wisconsin, but we will see. As of yet, it's not. So back down to the basement for Montana State. They won the round down here off of some very good play by really everybody, but particularly by Fainted and Lemny. And that was what held their first basement round. See what holds this second basement round for Montana State, looking to make it 6-4.
Secure! Deploying explosive ordnance.
And Fainted maybe was thinking about a spawn peek there, but might still be thinking about a spawn peek even. Went for it, didn't find anything, but will have caused a little bit of concern at the very least, and has a blitz right on him. Does a lot of damage to his legs. Probably needs to just fall back here, but wants to sit here, make a little more problem. And now he will fall back down. And it's going to be a very bunkered up hold because of that from Montana State here. Just really Castle Bravo, the only one around. Even kind of close. Lemny probably should blow that nitro, not 100% sure, but maybe Bravo hoping to read it for him. A little bit of a pre-placed here. The smoke canister will force that attacker off. And the nitro blown, but didn't do much. It looked like the ram charge actually upstairs was doing a little bit of damage. So, will be a few of these Wisconsin attackers that are low now as Bravo managed to escape with no HP lost. And the Habana pellets impact tricked off by Godzilla. Now Fane is going to come over. He's going to... Oh, no. Leaving it for Godzilla still. If more Habana pellets go, will be impact tricked off again, most likely. Here's that shield just clunking around above him, but... And you're going to see... Yep, there goes the impact again. Nitro going to come out. Does just a tiny bit of damage to the Habana, but... Not much. More pellets, more impact tricks. I don't know, did it get enough? It did, so the hatch won't be opened, but Habana is there and gonna take some more damage from the SMG-12 that fainted. As Milite's gone down dirt, and all of a sudden, 30 seconds left. One Goyo popped back towards Moto, another Goyo popped in dirt. And Bravo with the smoke grenades out, uses his last in blue. And Bravo cutting one down with the Mossberg, Fainted cutting another, and there's no more time left. A little bit too late after that Goyo delay. Wisconsin with no time to get the diffuser on the ground, and it's 6-4 for Montana State with just one more round to go to clinch tonight's match.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
So Jim Bed, the site coming out again from Montana State, did have the option to play Cash CC if they wanted, but Jim Bed definitely been their better site here, so will do that. The fire pipe this time was able to be exploded without blowing anybody up, so we love to see that. Good job not TKing in the prep phase by Montana State. All right. Hey, we have a little fun. We have a little fun. Godzilla taking a few deagle shots at the drone. Did eventually get it. That's what matters. See lots of little slowdown things here. Oh, and Spirit Fox picked very early by Milite, who's just... Well, I must have been into construction. Milite with 19 kills now really has carried Wisconsin through a lot of these rounds. And with another entry kill there. And that first Twitch drone did get multiple bandit batteries of Lemny's there, but not sure if he was able to shoot the drone or not. And unfortunately, yeah, now... Ooh, but Brava downed. And where was that? Looks like it must have been over here on the cache side. As main breach will be gettable, as you saw the castle barricade shot off. And there it goes with these 2 can openers. And Godzilla down below here just waiting for somebody to hop in so he can blow that nitro. Not sure if he'll get his wish here, to be honest. It may be a little bit late now. Is gonna shoot that drone is Castle Bravo. Extremely important here just to call for that pre-place. Not sure why he shot that mute jammer, but definitely had something that he didn't like about it. Oh, I wonder if it got Bravo hacked, actually. It was a Bravo that was down, so it must have been that. Godzilla not quite able to find that pick. Might end up rolling back upstairs, but hasn't yet. Prone with a deagle is definitely a place to be. Changes his mind and is going to find his way out, but Milite taking down Fainted now. And Lemny below with a nitro, maybe to stop this plant, but they've stood up now. And Godzilla cut down as well. It's just Bravo. And Lemny, for some reason, not blowing that nitro. It would have stopped the plant, but he didn't blow it. And he's in a 1v3 now. Finds McCause, finishes off the player that was downed earlier. Has the one from the weight rack and manages to get himself safe. Goes for the hop out, can't find it. Milite cutting him down. Huge round from Milite there. And it will be 6-5. Next round determines whether our match is over or whether we're headed to overtime here on Clubhouse. And it will be Cash CC this time for Montana State, opting not to go back to that gym bed. Had a couple, I mean, even the first round where they won on gym bed, it was a pretty close call, but it was a close call in a 4v5. That round, the 4v5, still came out early, but by the hands of Wisconsin's best players, so hard to say exactly, but not really liking what they're seeing out of that site right now. Our Montana State, and so they choose to go Cash CC instead. Looks like they will be bringing the Clash out as well. Lots of slowdown here with the Zaps, the Clash, the Castle, the Malusi. So expect a bunkered uphold if I had to guess.
Device positioned.
Yeah, would expect to probably see a little bandit trick here.
You can stop worrying about grenades now.
I am not sure what Lemny's doing, but must have been doing something. And he's just gonna try to find this drone immediately. Does. And looks like Twitch drone. No, it wasn't a Twitch drone. What got that off? Well, something got off one of Lemny's bandit batteries, but he's placed another. And Milite on the Zofia back here on the CC window. Lemny going for a swing, gonna find a bullet or two, but not as many as he wanted. Fainted taking some damage as well, not able to add any more to it, so. We'll trade of bullets here.
Changing megs.
Device activated.
And Lemny went for the trick on the other side, so they'll open the other side of this breach here. As there's one just in construction, and I don't know if they know. Now they will. And Zoe's going to go down the hatch here, so... And Bravo cutting down Mango, but traded out by Milite. And Fainted taken down as well by the Capitao. And all of a sudden, it's a 4v3 for Wisconsin again.
Swapping mags! I've put down my shit.
And Lemny gonna have a fight here. Will he be able to land the crucial shot? Oh, nope, he won't have a fight. All right.
I dare him to try.
As Godzilla just looking for that red stairs fight, not able to find it. Spirit now cut down. And Lemny gonna go below, try to nitro off this plant. Will do so successfully. Well, he won't, but Godzilla traded it out. And that's... Wow, they got the kill. They got the kill. I honestly didn't think they did. Must have been with about 1/10 of a second left on the timer. And Milite, basically a one-man show right now for Wisconsin. I think he's at 25 kills now. It's just completely insane. And it will be Montana State defending first here in overtime. And they will be able to go back down to that basement site. Couple different things here coming out from Wisconsin. Haven't seen that 0 yet, being the key one I'm locked in on there. But Bravo bringing a Capcan in a comp game. That's something. We also see the Ella, the Aruni, a couple things we haven't really seen from Montana State here. So a little bit of change going into overtime as Montana State losing 3 of the last 4 rounds. Would have honestly thought maybe you take your time out there. Try to reorganize things coming back into overtime here. In overtime, it's literally just first team to win 2 rounds. So one of these 2 teams will win 8-6 or it'll be 8-7. Those are our only options left. If you're a Montana State fan, you really want this round before you do have to go onto the attack next round. Although you did take 3-3 on attack, so it's not the end of the world if you have to play that. And a very aggressive roam here early from Montana State. 4 guys up. Drone gonna spot that late castle barricade, but can't be helped. And Faina now back down into the site with the Goyo Spirit Fox here, so Spirit Fox gonna put up a little bit of a late canister here, but now Fainted will come back up these secret stairs. Godzilla with a lot of people around him, feeling very pinched. Probably needs to get a pick to get himself out. And finds Mango, so entry pick, but traded out by Milite again. It's always Milite when Wisconsin gets a kill, it feels like right now. And Bravo just coming back down the main stairs here, trying to keep Milite in place. Will be droned though, and that probably means he needs to fall off, and he does. So 4v4 here. Nobody that's still standing with any HP lost. About 1.5 minutes left in the round, so tons of time to work with for these attackers still. Bravo just waiting for somebody to show up in garage, but I'm not sure that's what he's going to find, to be honest. Bravo drone found one of the prox alarms. Not sure what else it'll find. Doing that valuable utility hack off onto this defender util. A little bit of damage going out onto these attackers. Not sure what from. Wonder if they just accidentally tripped through that fire pipe like we saw earlier, but Bravo's still upstairs here, and I don't know if Wisconsin knows that. Could have a flank. We saw one opportunity for this on Chalet where he left it too late. Wonder if he'll maybe speed this one up a little bit this time. As the other 3 defenders have all fallen back into sight now. And Bravo really going to have to move quickly here.
Time to waste.
Lemny throwing out that last little Grismont mine will stun a attacker if they run through it. There's a lot of hold on to this main stairs here. Fainted at 20 seconds, can pop that Goyo canister. It would kill off that side for the rest of the time. Bravo needs to go. There's only 10 seconds left. The flank needs to happen now. What is he waiting for? As Fainted gonna find one. And Lemny finding Milite, Spirit Fox finding Exla. And that's gonna be the round as Wisconsin runs out of time. 7-6 for Montana State, and now one vital attack away from winning this game. Wisconsin just trying to prolong it that one extra round. See the bans from their defensive half coming back up here. So Blackbeard, Mav, and Ying all off. All operators, we haven't really seen Montana State play as much of the Maverick, but the Blackbeard and the Ying, both in this map and on the previous map on Chalet, we saw lots of value out of that. So sensible bans, they come back now from that first half that you watched a little while ago. And Montana State just looking for that final round. And they will be attacking Jim Bed, which they did not win in that first half. It was played twice and won twice by Wisconsin, round 1 and round 4. But sometimes it's hard to win. Even your best site, it can be hard to win it 3 times when you get into these overtime situations. And for Montana State, that's certainly what they would be hoping here. Double hard breach and a Sens, so wonder if that Sens is planning to bring can openers for some even more hard breach, which would be kind of crazy. Actually, I think all of these operators can bring can openers. Oh, no, never mind. Gridlock couldn't, and now we swapped off to Flores instead of Sens anyway, so makes all the difference there. So will be stuns and frags on those two, of course. Actually, Grim not even bringing the can openers, bringing the impact DMPs instead, despite the Cade and the Bandit being off, just in case there's a mute or anything like that to bring. Which, good call by Spirit Fox, because there is. See Macaw's on the mute there. I don't know if this nade will actually get... He's looking for a way to bounce it over. That's not what he was looking for. And I think there was an ADS there that ripped that nade off, so... At least that first ace charge will go off. I don't know about the second one. It may be mute jammed. No, it looks like it's good. Both will go off there, but about a minute killed already, and the Flores drone gonna still be lost to that mute jammer, which is finally off. And now you'll see that drone come out, and it's gonna try to take off that deployable shield that was back there. Does so successfully, at least based off the sound. Regular drone comes in, spots the 2 that are up, so still have to take apart some of this roam or change it and go directly at site here, but a minute 40 left is a lot of time for a round of siege. And ooh, not sure where the damage was coming from. Looks like it must have been from Bravo. On to Warden. Gonna fire a few more bullets, let him know, hey, I chased you down here, and maybe try to bait them into staying for a little while, and he's gonna come back up. As Montana State has now taken this cache space, and will have Logi to contest with. There are head holes, but nobody playing them as it stands, so... The main breach is open here, so... Site basically surrounded by these Montana State attackers. There is still one below. You saw that outline just creeping underneath. I don't know who that was. Looks like it was Castle here, played by Recon Ryan. Just coming for that late flank. Will he be spotted out? That is the question. Looks like Montana State choosing to move more towards the site instead. And Milite gonna cut down Lemny, but takes a lot of damage back. But Recon Ryan finding 2 from the flank. And looks like we're gonna be headed to max OT, barring some absolute heroics. And these could be the heroics. All of a sudden, it's a 2v2. They have to push for kills. Defuse is stuck outside. Oh, and it won't matter as Milite and Macaw is cutting down the last two, and it's going to be max OT here on Clubhouse.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
All
defused
right,
by
final
attackers.
round of Clubhouse. We're tied at 7-7. For Montana State, you would really like to be out of here in 2 maps. I mean, since the bans were messed up, we didn't know we were playing Clubhouse, so Decider's supposed to be Night Haven Labs, I think, but who knows these days. Yeah, not the intended map pick of Montana State. They wanted to play Border. Suspect Border would have gone a little bit better for them, but what can you do when you screw it up? We blame that all on Castle Bravo. Don't know if it was actually his fault or not, but we're going to put it there anyway. And it looks like another gym bedroom lounge where somebody's on half health because of the fire pipe. I promise you guys, when you play your ranked games, it's not that hard to break the fire pipe after people are gone and they're not standing in front of it. I promise it is actually doable. Really not sure why Montana State having so many issues with that, but they continue to, so they will be playing at just a minor disadvantage here on this last round. And Fainted with a run out. That'll fix the minor disadvantage. Gets his 14th kill of the game on that entry right there. We haven't seen him go for as many of the spawn peek type plays as he sometimes does, but very well played there. Godzilla, I don't know if he knew there was one standing there, but just kind of throwing bullets around right now.
Look at that. It's like
Probably made that guy a little nervous though. Godzilla now going to know that there's one here. Will they know he's here? No, they won't, and that's the Deimos down, and he almost found another. Very close there for Godzilla. Milite, 27 kills, but won't have another in the rest of this map. This breach is open. Godzilla going to have to be careful. Should not stick his face in front of this again, but chooses to just ignore the caster. That's fine, I guess. Gets the pick. And 5v2 now for Montana State. And it's just Grim and Nomad left for Wisconsin here in this final round. With a minute 15 to somehow find a way to pull this back, otherwise our match is over. With 5 picks to get, it's probably time to get moving a little bit. You can't rely on the last 20 seconds of the round here if you're Wisconsin. You kind of just got to go, not worry so much about making the right decisions, and just get aggressive. Hope you can find the picks, hope you can hit your shots. And it looks like that's going to be what they start playing for here. This is the first set of Grimbees that come out. Not going to find anybody. There is a flank here. Is that Godzilla or is it Fainted? It's Fainted that's coming up. Godzilla also has this Nitro below as well. Could maybe end this in one fell swoop if he's lucky. And Fainted unfortunately spotted out on that flank. Gets just a tiny bit of damage off on 2 Macaws on the Grim here. So 2v4 now. And the Maestro Cam doing some damage here onto the Nomad. And Bravo gonna cut him down. It's just Macaw's left. He does cut down Spirit Fox, but there's 4 seconds left, and Godzilla hits the run out. And that is your match tonight. Milite with 27 kills for Wisconsin. It's not enough, just not as much support as they needed tonight. 8-7 on Clubhouse for Montana State to take tonight's match 2-0. Very well played map all around. And that will move this Montana State team to 5-0 in Midwest Division 2. I have not checked in on what happened with Otterbein tonight. I am going to give you, hopefully, a quick check on that. If I can find their Twitch channel, which I used to be able to find almost instantly. There we go. Nope, still not working. I do believe they were streaming their game tonight. See if we can find it here. There we go. And it does look like their game has ended. And it looks like they did go 3 maps as well. I will be able to tell you here. Could be very important for Montana State's standings. That's the only reason that I want to let you know about that result. So we'll pop back to our main screen here. Tonight going 2-0 for Montana State over Wisconsin. And it looks like Otterbein did lose to Illinois State tonight 2-1. So that means Montana State now has a 2-game lead on everyone else in the division or more with 2 games left to play. So they are guaranteed at least a share of first place. Their round differential tiebreaker pretty solid right now as well. So chances of first place for Montana State are very, very good. But for tonight, it's just 1 win over Wisconsin, 2-0, with a 7-5 win on Chalet, an 8-7 win on Clubhouse. That's all we got for tonight. We will be back next week on Thursday again, at least that's the plan, when Montana State will be taking on Lindenwood here in Midwest R6 Division 2, hoping to move to 6-0. Thanks for watching, everybody, and good night.